Hi everybody, it's Deanna. I just thought I'd drop in and show you some of the shadow box layouts that I've done over the years. I've been doing shadow box layouts for probably at least 5 years now. It's just a way for me to change out my artwork in my different rooms of my house, and it works out really good. I don't get sick of having the same thing hang. And then if I change my decor, then I can easily change out the box. But typically I change out, sometimes a couple times a month, but usually about once a month. And then if there's a holiday, I'll throw in an extra thing for a few days, usually the week before, and then take it down the day after. This one here is a 12 by 12 layout, and I cut out most of these things on my Cricut. And the butterflies, I mean, you can see this has a lot of dimension to it. Although it's very simple with the whites and the pinks and the peaches, it has a lot of dimension. And the butterflies were cut out of this punch, and it cuts 3 different ones. And I just used 2. I used the very more detailed one in the second one. I didn't use the plain one, but I have some made up that are the 3. And this is an EK Success punch. So that's what I used for the butterflies on this. Everything else was cut out on the Cricut and then just layered on. And it's one that you could use for spring, but I use it for an everyday one. I like to put on some more feminine things. So I'll set that aside. This one here, now we also had a storefront for a while. So we did have some of these in the storefront. And when that closed down, I just left them in the packages. So sorry about any glare. This is a layout and that you can put a photo in, but it's got some dimension, pearls, some little bling on there. Here's another one. It says find your wings and fly, and that's also for a photo. You can slide it underneath those heart cutouts, or I mean rose cutouts there. And this one is just a layout. It says always strive to give your spouse the very best of yourself, not what's left over after you have given your best to everyone else. And I did not use this for Valentine's Day, although you could. This one was just to hang in my shadow box for everyday use. This is one of my first ones I created, and I used the Cricut to cut out the beehives in different spots. And then these are Cricut cutouts here, and then the rest is just stamped. This was cut out with a Cricut, and the rest is just stamped on the underneath piece. This is 2 layers, and I just stamped all over with the teals and the greens and the rusty colors on the base, and then so that's like one of my favorite everyday ones. Now this is the one I just created for St. Patrick's Day. This was using authentic paper line, charmed. And so that's the one I just did a video on. Here's last year's St. Patrick's Day. I love the little beer thing. And most of these were cut out with a Cricut. And this is just a simpler layout for St. Patrick's Day. And just says lucky, and this was cut out with a Cricut. This is last year's Valentine's. And this was also authentic papers. And then cut out words and stuff with the Cricut. And then I'm not sure what line the stickers were from. And then I just made my own little envelopes and notes on there, and you got a key here. And this, I mean, these, when you end up doing several layers of these, they end up nice and stiff. This one here is Happy Fall, Y'all, and most of these things were cut out with the Cricut. The truck is an SVG cut, not from Cricut. It's one I ordered online, and I can't remember who I ordered it from. The little scarecrow and the rake, and then of course I did cut all the leaves, and so that's one fall. I don't know how the fall got mixed up in there, but I do have a stick of fall. This is Easter, of course, and it's all the little bunnies, and I just took the little tiny balls, the little puff balls, and just glued those on for the tail, nice and simple. This is another Easter layout with eggs and grass. This is more He is Risen. This is your religious Easter layout. And those are also cut from Cricut. This one is, and I think this is cut with the Cricut, but this was purchased, I think, an SVG, but I'm not 100% sure. You could look in the Cricut Design Space and see what they have. And then I just cut the leaves out in a very shiny metal paper, and then the lines on these leaves were from a paint marker, silver paint marker. Here's another basic, simple. I sometimes just like the more just simple looking ones, just to give that little message. And this one says fall, and it's got corrugated cardboard. Now this doesn't cut on the Cricut very good. It kind of flattens it out. So this I just drew out and then cut with my scissors. This is a very simple layout. It's just let's hang out. And I just added some bling in the spider webs there, and then gave him a little glitter body and with stickles and then bead eyes. Here's a nice October layout. I think, yeah, I don't know. I think this is graphic 45, but I'm not 100% sure if it is or not, so I don't want to say that. But yeah, these are just popped up, and then you got your ribbons. I like to use different textures and stuff. This is stickers. This is one I did last year for fall. And then these little apples are an SVG I bought. Those are all cut out on the Cricut. Another Halloween layout here. And another simple fall. Sledding fun. This was also SVG that I purchased. I'm not sure where I purchased, but I know that's an SVG I purchased, and it's hard to see with the glare, and I apologize for the glare on the plastic there, but I did not want to remove all of them from the plastic. This one I did last year, and it's just the squares with all the different kind of snowy theme. I cut out the letters, and then I ran them through embossing machine. So I got little penguins in there, if you can see that, but ran that through the embossing machine with a embossing folder. This one's a fairly simple layout, and these are all cut from the Cricut. The flowers, I think, pretty sure were cut from the Cricut too, and all we did was I stamped on them before I cut. I just stamped before I put them back together. I just stamped on them with the different colors. It would look really nice if you stamped it and embossed it, because then it would give that raised look. Another very simple Christmas layout here. Just kind of nice, and I love the little sparkles. You probably can't see it, but this is like a glitter paper here, these ones with the holly on them. This is one of my first layouts also, and that was cut out of the Cricut, and all these were cut out of the Cricut, and then I just hand cut the snowbank. Add those. This is another, these were cut out with Cricut. Circles were cut out with Cricut. That's the nice thing about the Design Space. You can lay out on your paper exactly where you want it and set it there, and that's exactly where it's going to cut. The lines in the background that look like white snow falling or flying, that's paint. I did this one last year also, and it's just my Joy one. And these were cut with the Cricut. These letters were also purchased. I think it's Miss Kate Cuttables is the ones I've got these and the other letters from. And then these are just wood gingerbread elements that I picked up at Joann's, I believe. And the rest is cut from my Cricut. This one is one of my favorite and this is for a photo layout. And it's just very, very classical and just it's very pretty. This is glitter. The white is glitter paper, and then of course you got the gold glitter, and then these are a lighter, maybe a rose gold, and just very nice. And then of course a very simple one for Happy New Year. And that's just an idea of all the different things you can do. And by all means, it is not all inclusive. It just gives you an idea of not only do you have to do just the holidays, but you can do some everyday ones to change out too. And those are my favorite ones to do, are the everyday ones. I do enjoy the holiday ones, but the ones I have to look at every day, I like to make those up and change those up more frequently. Sometimes they're up for a whole month. If I like one really well, then it's up for a whole month. And I have another one on the wall. I'm going to pull that down. I'll show you that one actually in the shadow box. Maybe. There we go. I use command strips. So, and this actual shadow box here, let me see if I can zoom that out a little bit here so you can get a better look at that. It was originally from Hobby Lobby. They no longer carry this. I wish I would have purchased a whole bunch of them because they do not carry them. Now it was a very, very deep teal. I'm going to say like this, I mean, it was deeper. But all my trim work in my room that I hand did is this color. So I repainted it white and then did my own antiquing on this. So, but this shadow box layout here is one of my favorite, and it's been hanging in my room for a while. So that's when I run into things like that that I love, I don't mind leaving them set for a while. And I probably will change that up sooner or later, but for right now, that's the one of the ones that hangs in my room. And I have another shadow box in my room, and that has the 12 by 12 I did last time. So it looks like the pocket in it with the bird. So that one also hangs in my room for right now. But that just gives you an idea of different ones you can do. And if there's something special that you did see that you'd like me to do a video of, you just let me know and I will get that done up for you. Until the next time, I hope you consider subscribing to my channel. And if you like my video, please give me a thumbs up. And I will be back with you again soon. Have a great day.